sure what's going on, or like a rapid or something like that, or if this is a new thing people are doing, but it's not making a lot of sense, right? Do they have insight into their condition? I mean, many of our patients don't have insight into their condition, especially their mental health. And they can't tell if they're oriented in the right way or in an off way, in judgment, right? You know, and there are, and the book goes through ways to test people. They're not commonly done in just routine exams, right? But these are things that we might want to get into if we suspect something deeper. You know, you might say that if you found a wallet on the ground, what would you do with it? Something like that, right? I don't know. And I said, well, I'd look into it and see if I could find the owner. That might be like, whether they would do it or not, but it shows pretty good judgment. Yeah, I was on the train. Who takes the metro rail for anything? Taken it before. Yeah. It's scary, right? So, we was there at the stop. 3 of us. It was me and a guy maybe my age and a younger, like, adolescent guy, right? And someone got off and there was a cell phone there. And we all kind of spotted it. And we kind of moved off in the train. We're kind of like, what to do with that cell phone? How am I going to connect with this person, right? Like, and then, where do we get to the next stop? The adolescent grabs it. I'm going to go see if I can find them. And ran off. I was like, that kid's coming back. Yeah, he was just faster than I was. My reactions were slower. He's like, I'm going to go check him. I was thinking judgment. No. Like, okay. Affect, how is their mood? Are they kind of flat? Their mood, right? Affect is how they sort of come out. Does it relate to what you anticipate and expect them to be based on what they're saying? Some people kind of have their mood and affect can be different, right? They could be talking about something depressing. Like, oh, my cat died, or something. And they're like, oh, my cat died. And you're like, this isn't right. Like, you should be a little more. It's not congruent. You're always looking for congruency in these things as well, too. Right? Language, how they express themselves, higher cognitive. We are going to see that, of course, when we test people with dementia. Time and time again, we're seeing their cognitive function. So we do how do we do tests that we do those sevens counting backwards?
Oh yeah.
You ever done that? Who can do that? You want to go? Start at 93. You mean? Count 7. You get that. You know it. 93. Count 7s backwards.
93, 92, 91, 90.
You're going to count by 7s backwards.
Oh, 7. Oh.
I don't know.
You guys are giving this one. 93 minus 7.
86.
Something like clinic tomorrow. So it's not hard. It's probably not actually terribly reliable. Do you know why? It's not a very good test in the sense, even though we're going to learn it so for the boards, you know it. It's because everybody messes this up, this test. Even people who are very good cognitively function mess this up. Probably a little better test is if you count the months of the year backwards. So do that, right?
What is it?
Yeah, most people are, that one we're going to test cognitive function. But the other test just tests all the screw ups for people who are never good at math and the low self-esteem. Went from 93 to 83, and I don't know how that's possible subtracting 7, but I just took 10 off anyway because I love the metric system and I think it should be 12 inches in a foot. It should just be 10, and 10s and 10s and 10s are much easier than 12s and 13s, and why those numbers. Okay, so making sure their appearance, that they're coming there. So this is I just want you to be aware of these things when they come in there, because there's so much mental illness. These are part of the exams. These are things that you can put in your mental status exam, how they dressed. Is it peer appropriate? It's not like, oh, good dress or bad dress, or not that kind of stuff, like not fashionista stuff. But really about, like, is it consistent with what you would kind of expect, They could come in frumpy with their jumpsuit on, maybe not my style, but that's okay, right? So, especially about how their speech and language is, that's all considered mental status, how their mood, thoughts, perceptions, we talked about that. These are more about their appearance and behavior. Speech and language. So there's a lot of different aspects to that. Fluency, right, of course, making sure that we are taking into account for whether English, for example, is their primary language. It may not be, so you got to give people kind of breaks if English are not their primary language. assessing mood, right? So encouraging you maybe to use more open-ended questions sometimes about that, rather than, I see things sometimes we want to say, like, give them too many options, like we're leading the witness. We do that to be expeditious about things, but there are times where we should feel like we can be a little more open-ended and allowing people to say what their mood is, for example, rather than saying, are you happy or sad, or something like that, you know? Or our tendency to want to just fill in an answer, give them an answer selection. And sometimes they just choose a selection because it was the first one that came out. It's a nice selection. Okay. Right, and these thoughts, some of these thoughts, perceptions are really like, they are also by understanding some of these concepts. As you talk to your patients, you understand they are risks for particular types of conditions as well too. Right, like confabulation is very common in people with what condition? With dementia. Right, because these are people with good memories. I live with my mother-in-law. She has dementia too, but it's the same issue. She'll fill in stories. We get her a little coloring or something like this. But then occasionally she ranked this up and she was an art professor. But I look at her coloring and I know this couldn't be true, right? So I don't know how she confabulates things because she doesn't make new memories, right? Or is that true? Is it true that people with dementia don't make new memories? Well, it's not obsession. They just don't learn factual type memory, right? But they can learn things by repetition. Remember, memory is multifaceted. It's not one thing. It's not I memorized the textbook. It's also I learned to ride my bicycle. And the next thing on my bicycle, and I kind of knew what to do. Otherwise, you'd just be a person with dementia, theoretically, assuming that they could ride a bicycle, they'd just keep falling off and restart from the beginning. So there's more. So just being in your case, being a family nurse practitioner, being able to recognize things like obsessions and compulsions. What's the difference between obsessions and compulsions? We're almost there, 15 minutes. I'm probably going to end earlier than this. The obsession is the thought, and the compulsion is the behavior. And people do the compulsion because why?
Because they're obsessed with the thought.
Well, they're obsessed with the thought, and when they engage in the compulsion, they feel better. But it reinforces the habit. They check the lock. They check the lock. They check the lock door. They check the lock. Everybody seen like them? They check the lock. Like the grandmother checks like 100 times. They're moving in that direction of obsessions and compulsions, right? They do the compulsion because they suddenly feel a sense of relief. I'm safe. And the obsession comes back. I'm safe. It's like a hit of, it's a hit of a drug every time they do it. Right, that's what it is, and it just reinforces the pattern. Instead of just saying, like, this doesn't really make me significantly safer, not really. My wife was doing that too. We have a screen door on the thing. She would lock the screen door. And it has like a big screen. She's like, well, why did you do that? And I'd come home and I couldn't get in the screen, and there's no key to it. These stupid screen doors don't have keys. So I had to bang it. Open the damn door. Right? Why do you lock this thing? Because I don't feel safe. I think if they wanted to kill you, just bust through the screen. It's not hard. You know what I mean? It's not like a wooden door you have to hatchet or something like that, or a karate kick. This is just like, poof, right, you're in. It's like, but then they would leave evidence or something. I was like, if they want to kill you, they don't care. I was like, just don't lock it, please. Okay, delusions. You see people when they, and the way you test the delusions too, when people have them, they express these. It's just kind of like false beliefs that they really believe. So it's not to say, like, it's not always orienting to reality. I can say personally I have that issue with my mother-in-law. I want to orient her to her reality, but I often get very little gain from orienting her to my reality. It just ends up in a lot of fighting. If I told her she was not an art professor, you know how much heartache I get? So yeah, but you can test them against reality. Do other people notice the same thing that you're noticing? In a way that's not threatening. So, when assessing the patient's thought content, it is important to always follow specific questions to keep the patient on task. False. Sounds false to me. Okay. Inquire about false perception. Which of the following is true about hallucinations? Remember hallucination? Is the question? Okay. I'll answer it after. May or may not be recognized by the person. That's false. Hallucination may be auditory, visual, olfactory. All the above. What do you like? All the above. All the above, right, okay. So hallucinations are not just seeing things. They could be voices, and there's a very good video, and I encourage you to. There's one with Anderson Cooper. If you look up with schizophrenia or something, he did a little show where they kind of mimicked it. They have this like recorder on your ears, and it like does voices, like as though you were schizophrenic and you were having auditory hallucination. Do you know what? When you listen to the tape yourself, it is damn annoying. It's annoying because it really is distracting. You're trying to concentrate, and someone's going, "Killer," you know, or sometimes it's imperceptible, like, "Do it." You're like, what? You know, and then people engage in, you know, they engage in dialogue with it, and then usually kind of exacerbate, but they really believe they hear it. But look it up on my CNN Anderson Cooper, something like schizophrenia, and there's a thing on that they show you. It's really just, it's terribly annoying. You know, and they were asking him questions, and they were pretending he had him hooked up, and they were pretending he was like in a situation, like taking a quiz or something.
You see the film Beautiful Mind?
Yeah. That's an example of something, right? You don't
That's
even believe
beautiful.
everything you do. But most of the people do not get to the
Rosa
point where they're
Smart,
totally
please,
cured
Amor.
and that there's no hallucination. They just
There's no
learn
cure for that.
to be able to
But,
recognize.
Right.
Eso es muy triste. Mental health es súper triste.
He found out because
Y de verdad que
the
no lo
little
saben
girl
tratar
didn't-
bien.
never grew up.
I know.
Right, yeah,
I
yeah.
know,
So
and
that's
amazing.
that's in a case where therapy may help out. They, for
La
those who
policía
are
los trata
capable, there are
súper
some
mal,
people
los
who
lleva
exist
para las
with that
cárceles
condition
comunes,
who will
which
never
shouldn't
break
be
their
like that.
delusions. Because their potential for more is never there,
It's
and as long as they're not
very under, I
inpatient
think,
and they live a kind of functional life, they may be on the
underdiagnosed
fringe of
and
society.
undercared,
and
like it's
they don't have
frowned
the
upon.
capacity to do it, and we
And
don't
it's
probably don't
like,
have a good enough treatment.
I don't know.
So,
I think,
insight judgment, we talk about that, cognitive function, higher function, okay? I think that's it.
Okay, which one is the quiz password?
Wait, we didn't even, do you wanna take a breath for a second here, like we're done, like,
So people.
give me a second here.
Ajá.
Wow, now I can get paid. Okay, how about, you don't have to take it now, I'll let you take it at home if you want. You've all sworn by the Barry University Honor Code.
Yeah.
And I came up with a password, what do you think what password did I come up with? What's that? Truth and justice. You know, with a lot of symbols in there. The J and the asterisk.
¿Cuál es?
Yo no sé.
No, it'll be Sunday. I thought it was, we were very being very generous.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
being that generous.
Eso es cute.
Some of them I'm not, I think I'm a nice guy, but that just seems like way too long for a stupid quiz like this.
Yeah.
Stupid
Until
quiz.
Sunday at 11:59,
Stupid quiz.
just get done with it. So what's the password? Yeah, I'm always leading up to it,
¿No lo dice?
you know?
Ay, no
Gonna
puedo.
text us with
Before I
it.
get the password, is